Today we sit down with Mr. Barbagallo, a teacher whose journey to the classroom wasn't quite what he expected, but whose passion for psychology and connection with students makes him a true fixture at Hamilton High School.
Some of my students know I started off school as a civil engineer. And after my first year, fall and spring semesters, it was abundantly clear I was not meant to be an engineer. I like numbers, just not those kind of numbers. So the following fall semester, my sophomore year, I took a bunch of gen eds. You know, the ones you have to take, psych, geography or history, something along those lines. And I walked into my psychology class. I took my introduction to psychology class, and she made me fall in love with her. I took her for another 8-10 classes after that.
After finding his passion for psychology, Mr. Barbagallo's path brought him back to Hamilton High School. But it wasn't until he was subbing here that a key conversation would lead to a whole new chapter in his teaching career.
My senior year of college, I was making a couple bucks like anyone else does, and I was substitute teaching at Hamilton. And the building principal at the time, Mr. Donahue, said that they were interested in hopefully creating a psychology program. He realized that I was finishing up my degree in psychology, and he asked me if I wanted to take on the task of creating the psychology program for Hamilton. I said I would absolutely love to. I had no idea what it was like to be a teacher, but I know that I loved psychology, and I could more or less figure out the rest along the way.
Mr. Barbagallo, teaching isn't just about imparting knowledge, it's about fostering and understanding empathy. He wants his students to walk away with something that extends far beyond the walls of the classroom.
At its core, there is a sense of empathy that you can take away, that yes, we are all different, and at the same time, there are plenty of behaviors that connect us between whether it winds up being, say, wealth, socioeconomic status, education, friendships, and at its core, a feeling of belongingness. Like I believe that I fit into this school or my sports team or my home, or whatever the case winds up being.
It's not just the students in his classroom that Mr. Barbagallo connects with. His love for the community of Hamilton is deeply ingrained in his work. For him, it's about the relationships he's been able to build with students and families here.
Hamilton is, 2.5, 3 times the size that it was. But it's still, at its core, Hamilton has, for better or for worse, small town mentality. But at the school, it forces the school to have a tightly knit community. And I think one of the things that still has continued on from when I went through school, everyone knew everyone in the graduating class. I think just about all of the graduating classes have a real sense of camaraderie. It still has that small community feel.
From civil engineering to psychology, Mr. Barbagallo's journey proves that sometimes the path you start on isn't the one you're meant to follow. And today he's making a lasting impact on students, not just by teaching psychology, but by helping them understand each other and themselves on a deeper level.